Wave 4 of the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass is out now with 8 more tracks, 7 remastered and 1 brand new. But more important than all of that baloney, Birdo is now on the roster. That's right, gamers everywhere can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that the most important character in the Mario Kingdom now has a driver's license and is available in a variety of colors. It also looks like there's room for a few more. Come on, show me Louise Belcher. For the Fruit Cup, which serves as a delicious start to the day, Amsterdam Drift starts us off. Yet another real-world inspiration from Mario Kart Tour. But this time, even though it starts like most of the other city courses, there are a few surprises that really keep it from getting stale. This includes some refreshing underwater segments, good thing I was wearing my trunks, as well as a delightful final trip through a place that I think my beloved Flower is really going to like for obvious reasons. Speaking of Flower, let's get her feelings on this course. Riverside Park is next on the list and is probably the shortest track in this wave. There is a pleasant dusk atmosphere that makes one want to throw down a picnic blanket and watch the sun go down while eating some pickled onions. Someone put down a waterfall at the end of the track, which I assume was a mistake, but it does remove the need to take a shower. Also, the piranha plants can walk and do tricks? Let's see what Flower has to say about this one. DK Summit was one of my favorite snow levels from the Wii, and it's still among the best. It's more treacherous than most, and still no one has cleaned up from that small avalanche, but the half pipes are as essential as ever. Highly recommend if you're a little rabble-rouser who likes driving off the edge of a mountain. Can't wait to get Flower's feelings on this one. The last entry in the Fruit Cup is Pineapple. No, wait, Yoshis Island. This brand new track based on the Super Mario World 2 game is one of the more normal looking courses. There's a ton of detail in the background you can easily miss, and there's also a ton of variety in the driving environments. We get Yoshi-specific coins with their own sound effects, and several characters have received a growth spurt. The wacky characters make for great eye candy, which is perfect if you don't like to keep your eyes on the road. Flower? The Boomerang Cup starts off with Bangkok Rush, another tour level that is oh so shiny. There are more than a few alternate paths, it's extremely fast-paced, and much of the time you can't see more than a few feet ahead of you. Thankfully, the gorgeous views when gliding more than make up for the congestion on the ground level. And you can jump on colorful rooftops, like I always try to do in my dreams before I'm rudely awakened by the terrible sounds of real life. Mario Circuit is one of those tracks that hits you right in the nostalgia bone, just below the femur. It's very classically Mario, but feels very updated. There's great lighting in the wooded glen, a balanced mix of terrain, and terrific vistas when you go off the jumps. Also, they breathe fire now? I don't know how Flower's gonna deal with all of this, but let's find out. Third on the Boomerang Cup is Waluigi Stadium, which to my surprise is not Waluigi dancing with a mongoose in front of a crowd of millions. This dirt bike style track really has a nice lived-in look with mud and rust and puddles. There are some upper levels that require half pipes as the entry point, and the music especially can get your heart racing. It's basically MotorStorm. Yeah. It's MotorStorm. Last on the list is, you guessed it, another city from Mario Kart Tour, Singapore Speedway. This environment, more than most, made some fantastic use of color and vertical movement. I always like a good night level, and the lights in Singapore stand out like a meerkat in the Bonneville Salt Flats. The variety keeps your attention, and there are a couple places where we get to take a few GTA flying tutorials, which I always appreciate. I know Flower will like this one. I'm sure we can all agree this entire pack was made worth it just by adding Birdo to the roster. I personally would have gone on strike if this wasn't the case, but thankfully it didn't have to come to that, mostly because I don't have enough markers to make the picket signs. These were some of the least boring tracks, which is more than we could ask for. The booster course pass hasn't shown any signs of running out of gas. Or fuel. See you later, maybe.